I'd like to introduce you to the all-new 2024 Toyota Tacoma. We love the Tacoma. It's been around a long, long time. And this generation is bigger and better than it ever has been. This is the TRD off-road trim. There's 8 trims in all. This one's meant for off-road, as the name implies, and it's got some brand new goodies for people to enjoy when they're taking it into the dirt. One thing you'll want to know is that it's 3 inches wider in the track. I think it's 3, and then it's also 3 or 4 inches longer in the wheelbase, but it's only 60 pounds heavier than the previous Tacoma. How they do it? High strength steel, more aluminum, smart use of parts. The Toyota chief engineer for this vehicle, Sheldon Brown, he knows everything about this truck, and you should go check out our video with him later. Meanwhile, let's take a look at some of the off-road components that it has. One of the things you're going to want to know if you want to go off-roading is that this comes with Bilstein shocks. High quality shocks. Right down here you can see them. It's got a piggyback reservoir that Sheldon told us about. Lots of lubrication, lots of heat management control so that when you're taking it off-road, you don't have to worry. It's very comfortable and it's very capable, which we know the Tacos to be. In the bed, you can get all kinds of options. There's tie downs. You can even get an in-bed air compressor, which is so handy when you need to air down for sand or rock and to air back up. Another thing that's new, people are very divided on this tailgate. It's got this button right here. You can use your knee if you can get it up high enough. You can use your hand, or you can use your elbow. Imagine you're holding a bunch of things, or if you're a parent, you're holding your child. You need to get into the tailgate. You push the button, and it opens for you. I did a video like this earlier in May when I first saw the Tacoma, and people were like, oh, that's so dumb. People are lazy. They can just open the tailgate. Well, that's fine until you actually need it, and you need to be able to open the tailgate without having to touch it. So it's really handy. You can use it or not, you can choose it or not, but it's nice to have it as an option. You can also close it the same way, of course, with your elbow, your hand, whatever you choose. If you decide to have a tailgate party and you're worried about somebody closing the tailgate with all of your stuff on it, your cheese and crackers, your beer, you don't want them to do that. You can set that up in the infotainment display where that's disabled, so people can't do that by accident. Let's go take a look at the inside at some more off-road goodies. Inside the TRD Pro, it's very rugged. I really like what Calty Design did with some of these textures and patterns here. I feel like you could really grip this if you needed to, but it has lots of great features here that off-roaders will definitely appreciate. And also anybody, I appreciate that it has these real chunky knobs versus those tiny little volume knobs that drive you crazy. I like how big and chunky these are. It's easy to change the climate. These buttons here are very intuitive. Not everything's in the touch screen, and that's a good thing. Here you'll see they have the sway bar disconnect that comes in handy in lots of cases when you're off-roading, of course. The rear axle locker, and lots of camera views, which here on this off-road course here in California, there's a lot of really steep hills and climbs and sharp corners, and the cameras automatically engage so that you can get in and out safely. We have crawl control, towing features, drive mode, and then here, of course, you can change from 4 low to 4 high to 2 high. As soon as you put it in neutral, it changes over very quickly. If you've been inside the new Tundra, you'll notice that a lot of these things look familiar. The infotainment screen is the same. It has a very responsive voice command control, and it's laid out also very well, very intuitively. Lexus puts this first in the NX, and then it went into the Tundra, and it's such a big upgrade from what the Tacoma used to be. This really shows the Tacoma is next gen, it's modern, and it still has that rugged capability that people appreciate. I also think they did a great job with the cup holders here. They're big enough to put water bottles that are bigger than just the single-use bottles. And here in the door, there's a lot of room too. You know you need cup holders, especially if you have a family. You need lots of place for all your beverages as you're tooling around. But it looks great inside. I think they did a really good job. So there it is, the 2024 Toyota Tacoma. Well done, Toyota. This is a great update in so many ways, and I'm looking forward to taking it out in the dirt very soon.